Hello, Moon Group friends. It is time for another week of spelling. So this week with our patterns, we have an SQ pattern. We also have an UN pattern and a PH pattern. And then at the bottom, our random words, we have a few of those too. So we have 5 in each category. 5 in each category. So we also have a random words. Okay, so let's get started. As always, I'm going to use my trusty 2-color system for our vowels and our consonants. So for our first SQ word, we have the word squid. Squid. So squid. It's an S and a Q. So we're going to do SQ. Squid. It's actually not a W. It is a U and an I working together to make the W sound. And then it ends in a D. Squid. Squid. SQ. UID. The next word is square, like the shape. We have our SQ, squ. So we have a U. And an air, square. Instead of AIR like outside, we have an A, R, and then it's an E. Okay, something you might have picked up on is next to the Q, there's usually a U. Q and a U. That's almost always going to be the case. In fact, even my husband's name, Quentin, is a Q and a U together. All right, so squid, square. And then we have squat. SQ, squat. There's our U that we can expect. Squat. That's an A. T, squat. SQUAT, squat. We also have squeeze, like a python. SQ, then our trusty U. Squeeze. We have 2 E's, EE, and a Z, squeeze. But that's like squiz. We need that silent E at the end of it, silent E. So we've got a silent E right here, square, and a silent E right here, squeeze. Then we also have squirm, like somebody's uncomfortable. SQU, squirm, kind of sounds like an E sound, but it's actually an I, like up here with squid. Squirm, squid, squirm. It's 2 completely different sounds. But you hear the next one, that's an R. Squirm, M. SQUIRM, squirm. Our next set of words have an UN in front of it. An UN is a root that means not. So most of the time it's going to be not and then whatever the next word is. So let's go with the first one, which is unwell. So that means not well. U, in, well. WELL, just like we're used to seeing it. WELL, unwell. The next word is unable. So that means not able. U, in, and then able. A, B, L, E. Able. A, B, L. But we can't do no E. That silent E right here is important. All right, next word is unfair. U, N, fair. Fair. Air. A, I, R. Unfair. And air is spelled like outside. So square, that air is spelled A-R-E. But unfair, it's spelled like in the sky with oxygen. Next word is unhappy. U, N, and I hope we know how to spell happy by the time we're in 3rd grade. But if we don't, it's ah. P. Oh, sorry, I just realized I said P out loud, really loud. So I hope you're giggling right now. Okay, so we have P, P. Oh, there we go. I've really gotten myself into something now. And then Y. H-A-P-P-Y. And our last word is untie. Like untie a shoe. U-N. And then tie. Oop, not a red. It's not a vowel. It's a consonant. Tie. We have I and then E. I-E. So tie. Alright. Our next few words have PH in them. And actually, a lot of these words are some of our longer words. The good news is, if you know the chunk graph, then you will already get all of or half of at least 3 of these words. So graph is our root that means what? It means to write. So we've already worked with this word this year. So we should know how to spell that. If not, then really you've got to learn how to spell graph this week in our spelling words. So we have first just the word graph. We have G-R, gra, You hear the a? It's a, f, P-H, not an F. All right, next word is paragraph. Paragraph. So we have P, P, A. Do you hear the A sound? P-A, para, R, para, it's another A, P-A-R-A, and then we're going to repeat the word graph right here. G-R-A-P-H, paragraph. Next up we have photograph. Photograph. So once again we're going to have graph, but we're going to have the word photo in front of it. F. Do you hear that F sound? Sometimes that's an F and sometimes it's a PH. In this case it's a PH. So this one actually has 2 PHs in it. We have O. Do you hear the O sound? T. Photo. Another O. And then our word graph again. G-R-A. Then a PH. So PH and a PH. It starts and ends with a PH. Really cool word. Alright, we also have phone. Phone. Most of you probably know how to spell this just by knowing iPhone. You have P-H, O, N. It's an N, but that's fawn, right? So we need to have phone. That's going to be our pattern that we've been talking about with vowel, consonant, E. And that makes that long O sound by having that silent E on the end. Then our last PH word is phase. Phase. So we have PH, A. Do you hear it? A. Now if we're saying the word phase, like phases of the life cycle, it kind of sounds like a Z. But it's actually an S with an E, another silent E. So we have our A, our vowel, consonant, E pattern. That's how we get the A sound into it. And that's our PH pattern up here. And I guess I should have underlined uns. And there are squares. Okay, and here's our 5 random words, and then we are done. Alright, so our random words this week are really, right, seam, lady, and close. So let's do seam and lady because they're the shortest. So seam, something seems wrong. We have S-E-E. This is a double E. N-M, seam. So just make sure you get that double E right here. Seam. Our next word is lady. That's what I said we were going to do next. So lay, A. Do you hear the long A sound? Lay, D. Okay, well how does it end? It ends in a Y. So that's another vowel, consonant, vowel combo. This one's not an E, but it is a Y. Lady. We have the word right. R, right, I. Do you hear the long I? Right. So we've done a GH pattern, I'm pretty sure. One of our spelling groups has. So we have GH, and then we're going to end it with right. Ends in a T. R-I-G-H, this is the weird part of it, T. We also have the word close. Close. That k sound could be a K, but in this case it's a C. Clo, o, long O, s. But how do we get the long O if we just have another consonant? We can't. We need to have our long sound, so we need to add our E. Vowel, consonant, E pattern. Then our very last word of the list this week is really. So that's R, really, E-A, L, and that's the word real, but we need to say really. So we need to have an Y at the end, but we need to double up those L's before we put the Y. And that is our spelling list for the week. Good luck, guys!